Creating and launching campaigns is at the heart of SalesBlink. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an outreach campaign that is unique to your outreach process. But before we begin that, you need to connect to an email sender and create an email template. If you haven't already done that, pause this here and do that first. Are you done? So let's begin. When building a campaign, you will land on a page like this. On the top right corner, you can see the options for outreach, delay, conditions, and triggers. By selecting outreach options, you can define the channel through which you want to act. SalesBlink allows you to select from email, call, and LinkedIn outreach. Next, the delay block would help you to set appropriate time between the two consecutive actions. For example, if you set a delay for 5 hours, the next outreach action will take place after 5 hours. Next, we have the conditions block that helps you distinguish between people who have responded or not. So you can create further outreach sequences as per their response. This response could be if the person has opened the email or not, if they are interested in the call or not, or maybe accepted your LinkedIn connection or not. Lastly, the trigger block helps you to identify the stage certain prospects are on. For example, if they are still a prospect, or if a proposal has been made to them, or if a meeting has been scheduled with them, you can set your own triggers in this option. So let's start by building the campaign. Firstly, let's add an outreach block. It could be an email outreach, call outreach, or a LinkedIn outreach. We will drag and select each of them to understand their functions. For the email outreach block, you need to select an email template that you have already created or make a new one. The selected template will be sent to the prospects for this particular function. In case of call outreach block, you need to input the call goal, which defines the purpose of the call, and enter the call script. LinkedIn outreach, you get to select from two options. You can either send a connection request or send a LinkedIn message to the prospect. For both the cases, you need to type out the exact message that you want the prospect to receive. Finally, don't forget to connect these outreach blocks to the new prospect block. Now we will add condition to our sequence. We have 3 conditional blocks for emails. Those are if the prospect has opened the email or not, if the prospect has clicked on the link or not, and if the prospect has replied or not. We will drag all 3 of them on our sequence page and connect them to the email outreach block. The run after time defines after how much time the email has been sent should the software check for these responses. So we will now enter the run after time for all the condition blocks as shown on the screen. Similarly, we can add the condition of call status and connect it to the call outreach block. We can set them at interested and not interested. Next, we can drag the condition of LinkedIn request accepted to identify if the request has been accepted or not. We will set its run after time. In this case, as shown on the screen, we will set the run after time at 10 hours. And connect the true block to the LinkedIn message block. This scenario indicates that if the prospect accepts a LinkedIn request after 10 hours, they will receive the LinkedIn message. Now we will learn how to add a trigger. For triggers, you will get an option to change CRM stage. Here you can select from the given stages. These include prospect, contact made, demo scheduled, meeting scheduled, proposal made, and negotiation started. Select the one that's most suited for your prospects. Now grab the change CRM stage block and connect it to the interested call status block. In this case, we can change the CRM stage to prospect made as the prospect we called was interested in it. Likewise, you can change CRM stages at any point you find suitable. Furthermore, you can also create new CRM stages from the CRM settings. For the next step, we will learn about delays. Now, once you have changed the prospect stage to contact made, you might want to contact that person again. But you would want to take some time gap or delay before taking that action. You can do that by adding a delay block. Suppose we add a delay of 10 hours. So after 10 hours of placing a call, next action of sending an email will only take place after a gap of 10 hours. In this way, the campaign builder has infinite possibilities. You can easily play around these blocks and get an understanding of them. Once the sequence is created and the campaign looks convincing, you can hit the save button. I know this can be a bit overwhelming to begin with, but once you master the art of creating and launching complex campaigns, you will be the unstoppable outreach ninja. I'll see you in another one.